How you guys doing today? It's J-Man Vlogs here. I hope you guys are having a great day. I'm going to be riding my KLX through the canyons, kind of showing you at higher speeds. Also, I haven't posted in a little while. I was waiting to get a microphone in. I ended up buying a couple different microphone things. I had to buy this adapter for the GoPro to plug in a mic, the new case, and then the Purple Panda microphone. So I'm going to try it out. Hopefully it comes out good. I'm going to try a couple different things. I have it pretty close to my face right now, the microphone, so hopefully I put the little, I don't even know what you call it, a little cotton ball looking thing on it, so we'll see if that's all good. I will see you guys on the ride. Thanks. Alright, so I'm gonna close this, hopefully. So it should be a lot better talking to you guys. I got a Purple Panda microphone, like I was saying earlier. I got the mount and everything, adjustment, so it should be a lot better. I don't know if it's even too close to my mouth. I put the little foam ball on it, so we're gonna have to see. I kind of want to show you guys more at higher speeds. I'm going through Santiago Canyon right now. If you live in SoCal and you kind of know the area, I'm gonna be going towards Irvine, and you can see it's a pretty good speed. I mean, people go pretty fast through there. I'm not gonna go crazy, obviously, on this bike. I mean, I don't like really keeping it. I would say 70 is the max. I would hang it in that RPM for that long. But after 70, it's just like, why do you need to ring the bike out and just hold it there? I just don't think it's good for the bike. I mean, I could be wrong, but I just don't like it. So I think 60 to 70 is probably your golden spot where you can pretty well cruise. And I don't know. That's just my own thing. I just don't like letting the engine just sit there the whole time. It kind of bugs me. I feel bad. And it's still pretty low miles too, so I'm trying to, bring it up and down the RPMs and not just hold it at 1 RPM. But it's been good. Only thing I would say about this bike, I really like it. The only thing is I wish the fuel tank was bigger. I remember when I was first starting to learn about dual sports and get into this kind of thing, I remember people saying that these always have really small fuel tanks. And now granted, it's it's dirt cheap to fill up. Like, even I'm in SoCal, so it's almost $4 a gallon for 91, or around $4 a gallon. It's only like, whatever, $4, or even like $6, because when it says low fuel, it's not really at the end. I think you still have 30-40 miles left, I think, when they say that. So I put a gallon and a half in. Usually it's like $6 and it takes you over 100 miles, or around 100 miles, which is pretty good in my opinion. But what do I know? I drive a supercharged Mustang that gets fucking no miles to the gallon when you're on the throttle. So yeah, so right now I'm at 52, so this is obviously easy work for the bike. It's really doing nothing right now. Yeah, that's Cook's Corner. I know a lot of you recognize that spot. So I'm still gonna let her warm up a little, hopefully, because there's a ton of wind noise for me, but hopefully you guys don't hear it on the microphone. I wonder if I can close, hopefully that vent on the front of my helmet is closed. That might help a ton. I usually try to keep it closed, but I don't know, for some reason maybe it's not. It's a little chilly out. I think it was like 55. Just cold for California. I know I'm spoiled, but so far I love this bike. Oh, there you go. I do love that, I gotta say. Being a new rider and getting the biker wave, it's so cool, because I've always been in the cars and going fast and doing shit like that. And so you'd always see the bikers do it to each other, and I'm like, dang, that looks really fun. It's kind of a cool little community thing. Especially, so I used to be into off-roading. I'd go to like Barstow, Ocotillo Wells, some of that stuff. I never really went on a dirt bike though. I was more like quads and side-by-sides and shit like that. So that was pretty fun, but it was just the community. I mean, I always find that so crazy. You're on the road, people here, when you're on the streets, on the highway, nobody gives a shit. Everyone will cut each other off, flip each other off. If you're on the side of the road, they don't give a shit, nothing. I always find that so amazing when I went off-road with my dad and stuff. Me and my dad are really close, and we've always used to go off-roading since I was a kid. I started on a little 50cc quad. I mean, no matter. I mean, everyone's there to look out for you. If you're stopped, even if we're stopping just to look at the sights, just to look at the view on the top of a mountain in the desert or whatever. I mean, people stop. What do you need? You need extra fuel, you need tools. I mean, it is incredible, the difference. I mean, you go from streets where literally, I mean, people do not give a flying shit about you. And then you go off-road and it's like, if you're stopped, dude, somebody's gonna approach you. And then it makes you want to do the same, so it's great. I'm cruising at about like 67 right now, going uphill. I don't know, I think the bike is not bad. I saw some guys that were trying to do top speed runs, and they were getting like barely 80. I didn't think it was that hard on this bike to get 80. I don't know, I mean, I'm not a light guy, but I mean, maybe I go downhill when I do it or something. I don't know, I feel like it's not that hard. Like, I saw one guy had really low miles on his, which I probably wouldn't recommend pinning it and shit, but like, let's see, even right now, 60, 71, 75. I was already at 78 and I had plenty more time. Now granted, I am going downhill, but you know, I don't want to go around the turns and stuff, but like, I mean, that was 77 fairly quickly. I saw these guys that were holding a pin forever, and they weren't even able to, they were getting like 75, not 80 yet. I was like, what the hell? That kind of surprised me. I don't know if maybe, I know I've been reading, some people have been saying that when you break it in, it actually starts to feel a little better. So I have almost 300 on mine, or about to be 300. So that would kind of make sense, I don't know. But it's great, yeah. So I'm at 66 right now. There's very little vibration. Once you hit over 7,000 RPM, you'll start to feel a little, but really not bad. I mean, it's not a bad. I mean, 65, I mean, I don't feel, you can barely feel anything. I mean, they did a really good job with that. It's more or less the wind noise. I have noticed, apparently, you know, with upright bikes and dual sport, you do kind of feel like a sail in the wind. I mean, you know, if like the wind is pushing me hard coming back from going to my girlfriend's right now, coming back, I mean, it feels like it's just kind of like pulling the bike and I have to kind of lean it back, but it's not too bad. But it's just something to note, especially as a new rider. It's kind of weird feeling when like you're just gradually getting pushed. But I don't know, I'm thinking my next bike, I'm interested in probably a street bike. My girlfriend has a KTM, a Duke, and I kind of like that thing. I rode it and it's fun as hell. I'm thinking about possibly getting something like that. Maybe like an MT-07. I don't think I need something crazy like an MT-09 or some shit. I don't want to go crazy. I got a fast car. I don't need the bike to be ridiculous. But just something that I could do a little more highway speeds with. Because this thing is great, you know, it's fun. I need to take it more off-road to really enjoy it, but really it's not a strong suit holding at like 60, 70, you know, miles an hour all day. I don't think it's good for it, so. Is that a cop, or are you just staying there trying to fuck with people? Ah, you're just fucking with people. That's fucked up. Yeah, I mean, like 70 right now, like that's easy. I mean, you could do that all day, but I wouldn't, past that I wouldn't recommend it. But very comfortable on the bike. The seat though, I've noticed, when I watch reviews on this, on the previous, you know, a lot of the dual sports and mainly any bike really, the seat they always change, and I never really understood, because I would only ride this thing like 30, 40 minutes, and I'm like, oh, this thing's fine. I don't know why everybody's making, you know, a bunch of fuss about it. But what the hell was that? I don't know, something hit my bike. After like being a little over an hour riding, I do start to feel it. I mean, I'm sure it's something you get used to. It's like when I used to ride, I used to like mountain bike and stuff, and you know, that little seat goes right up your ass, and that you get used to, like your bone, then you just don't feel it on your butt bone anymore. So maybe this is kind of a similar thing. But I always hated those little damn seats. I don't know how these guys do it. That thing goes right up their ass. I don't get it, but this bike is so fun. I mean, I've seen a lot of people, you know, compare this to the KLR. The KLR is nice because it's, you know, more adventure, more highway speed you could probably do. But everyone always says, and even my dad, so my dad used to ride bikes his whole life. Ever since he was a kid. He's from Italy. He used to ride them all in Italy and then here. And he loves bikes, and he had a KLR 650. And he said he loved it, but he was so bummed when he took it off-road because the thing was it weighed way too much. I think it was probably like an 04 or something, or 07. I don't know the exact year. But he said he loved it, but the thing weighs over 400 pounds, 450 pounds. He's like, it's way too top-heavy, and it sucks off-road. You know, which I really like about this one is that, like, it's really light. I mean, this thing's like basically, we'll just say 300 pounds. And man, I mean, it's zippy. I mean, it's just so fun. Like I get the supermoto guys now when they get the tires, like a street tire with the smaller rim in the front. I get it. It's fun. You can just zip this thing around all day. That would look like a cop. What's up with everybody? Person I am. But let's see. Let's see what I can do in this short span. 60, 70. Not bad. I mean, it's like, it's, you know, it's not the fastest thing in the world by any means, but it's not bad. It's just a fun bike. Only complaint, that gas thing. That gas thing kind of sucks. I wish I had a little bigger. I wish I had like a 3-gallon tank. It would be perfect, plenty. But that 2-gallon, it really runs out quick. They are not messing around with that fucking 2-gallon. I fill this thing up a bunch. And now we're following this trash guy. I hate following these big trucks and stuff. I always get rocks and crap thrown at me. I have a 2020 Ford Ranger. I got a big old crack in the windshield because of that. Fuck. Oh, it smells like skunk or something. But yeah, this thing is so fun to maneuver. I mean, now that I'm getting more comfortable as a rider overall, I mean, it's just so fun. I mean, when you weave in and out of cars, you know, I'm not going too close to them. You know, I'm not. And lane splitting, I just started to dabble in that. You know, I'm still getting used to my, you know, the size and low speed, you know, weaving back and forth, but it's so fun. It's great. So I'm 44 right now. This thing is, look at this, I'm going 44 miles an hour. I mean, this is pretty slow. I really want to get an exhaust on this thing too. That's another freaking thing. This thing is quiet, especially now that I'm starting to go around cars and, you know, lane splitting. I want people to hear me, but this thing is quiet. And you know, I know it's like a single cylinder thumper. It's not going to sound, you know, like the best bike in the world. It's no R6 or R1 or anything like that, but I at least want to have a little more noise. Dang, if I was right by that truck, I would just go right past them, but looks like they did not choose to do that. It's alright, there's a passing lane up here. Yeah, I don't know if you guys have ever taken this route. If you take the back canyon way to go to Irvine, it's so weird. There's like RV parking, and apparently there's like a lake. It's like Irvine Lake. I never heard of it until I went through here. But man, he's really trying to cruise it. I mean, I get it, but this whole area was burned. This whole area was on fire. I don't know if you guys ever, if you're, I don't know, you know, where you're from, if you're a different state or if you're in state, the California fires, some of them that we had here recently. I live in Santiago Canyon, so I'm relatively close, and we got voluntary evacuated. So I never left. I did for a couple days, but then I was like, whatever. Voluntary evacuation for both fires. There was one that was closer to Irvine, like around this area, and then there was one back closer to where I live on the other side. And it was pretty bad. I mean, I was out of state. I was in Arizona doing the half-mile event with my Mustang. And yeah, I get a call from my sister, and she's like, I just want to let you know, like, there's fires around us, and they might have to make us evacuate. So, you know, I had already finished the day, and it was like the next day, but I was going to hang out for the rest of the day in Arizona with some family. And we had to rush back, you know, throw my car in the trailer and rush back because, you know, I wanted to make sure, you know, if I didn't get my stuff out or, you know, move a car and stuff. That sucked though. I heard some people around here, because you have to have like fire insurance around here when you live here because of the canyon and crap. So I have it, and you know, our premium went up a little bit, and that sucks, but I get it. But apparently I sold a car to a person, and they were telling me that their house, they live closer to the canyon. Inside of it, they actually just got dropped. So now they have to go find like new insurance because after the fires, I guess the insurance company thought it was too much of a risk. So crazy. But yeah, I mean, this bike is super easy to cruise on. I mean, this is nice. I mean, we're only going like 15 minutes. Nothing crazy, but it's a nice little route. I really hope you guys can hear me well, because I know there's a lot of wind going on right now. So hopefully I'm gonna see and make sure I plugged in everything right on the little microphone and shit. I think it's all good, but I will have to review the video and see. I'll be quiet now and just ride the bike. Oh, 300 miles, let's go, 300. That's awesome, I'm excited. I don't know, the braking period they set on this bike was like crazy, like absolutely crazy. They wanted you to go like under 4,000 RPM for 250 miles. I was like, okay, you know, I get it, I'm not gonna, you know, for the first 250, I was pretty nice. Like, I was still learning the bike, you know, I wasn't really comfortable going really fast or anything like that, so I wasn't that crazy. But are you kidding me? 4,000 RPM. If I'm at a light and somebody wants to go, they will hit me before I can get up to speed at 4,000 RPM. Like, are you kidding me? That's gonna be useless. Like, what do I have to just go around my neighborhood for 250 miles? Like, that was crazy. I mean, I get they have to put that in there for their own protection, but no way am I following that. I did pretty good, but not bad. I mean, you know, I wasn't romping on it, but I'm glad somebody was trying to get this bike now, and actually companies trying to make stuff for it. Because when I first got it, I remember I was looking up mods for it, and you couldn't find nothing. I'm sorry, I just blocked the camera. You could not find a dang thing. Some people were throwing on 250 parts that would work on this one. Like, I remember I watched this guy, I forget his name. I commented on his video before I got my bike, and he put a Delcovic exhaust, and that was like the only one, and that one wasn't even made for this bike. It was made for the 250 that I guess, you know, it's the same piping size. You probably just slip over. I mean, I'm sure it's not a huge difference, so it worked. And he made a video on it. But now, actually, Delcovic has their own category for the 300. And I remember, funny enough, actually, my insurance company didn't even know what this bike was. I went to get insurance on it, and I told my lady, I was like, she's like, okay, what year? I was like 2021 or 2020, whatever. And she's like, okay, is it a you said KLX? I'm like, yeah. She's like, KLX300? I go, no, it's a 300. It's brand new. And she looked, and she like even showed her, you know, another coworker, and they could not find it. I guess it was so new, they didn't have a, you know, ton of insurance policies on it or something. So I had to give her the CC size, you know, I had to give her the VIN and all that stuff. So she just inputted and gave me a plan. But I was surprised. I was like, dang, this thing really is that new. They don't even got my insurance company. I have State Farm. They don't even have the damn bike up for option or up for a plan anymore. Ooh, I'm gonna brake on this one. Okay, good. That guy behind me saw me. I was really hoping he did. But yeah, put you guys back up there. Let's see. See, it sounds okay, but like, god dang, it really needs an exhaust. It's so quiet. Let's see. It's got a good torque though, I will say. Like, it's fun off the line. It's got really good torque. And I mean, you can ring it out. I don't see a point to ring it out every time, but yeah, so this bike was so new, back to what I was saying, that parts were so hard. And I know a lot of guys are, you know, talking about doing the fuel controllers and stuff, and I'm like, I'm not really worried about it right now. I really want an exhaust and the tail tidy. So the tail tidy, and even that too, actually, from TST Industries, they have a really, really nice LED tail tidy. And the thing is, that's for the 250, and so guys have put it on the 300, and I think it works just the same, but technically it says it's just for the 250. I'm like, damn. But I'm sure they'll come out with a 300 one that's probably the same thing. I don't know if anything's different. And when he was installing it, it looked identical to this bike, so. But a nice little cruise. So yeah, even at 60, I mean, it's really stable. Oh, that guy, oh, that sucks. He blew a tube. All right, let's go. Come on, baby. There you go. There's first. Let me go, let me go. Wow. This thing is fun to ride. Trying to blow me with air, bro? But I want to do some, I wanted you guys to comment what you thought. What was I gonna say? Man, I just lost my train of thought. It'll come back to me. Comment, what was I gonna comment? Oh, well, for one, comment on how the sound is. I want to know how you guys think of this microphone. Tell me if it's a lot better. I mean, obviously I'll review the video and I'll be able to tell you, you know, I'll be able to see real quick if it's anything worth a crap. But I hope it is better. I hope it's much better. That's nice of the guy. He looks happy. $60, $70. Boom, 80, baby. Not bad, not bad. I still had another gear too. That's what I'm saying. Like these guys that are struggling for 80, I did it, I don't know, half a mile, quarter mile. I mean, that's not fast, okay? Let's put that out there. It's not fast by any stretch of the imagination. But really not that bad. I don't know how some guys were like struggling to get to fucking 78 miles an hour. I'm like, really? I don't know if maybe weight. I mean, I'm probably like 190. So I'm not a light guy. I think I'm about like 6'1", 6'2", 190. So man, this thing is a blast to ride. I would love to get some supermoto wheels in this thing and tires. I do like going off-road a little bit, but it'd be fun to just swap them. I know it's a lot more work than that, but the only thing is that they're like $1,400, and like, you know, it's not cheap. And I'm like, dang, for just wheels and tires, like, I should have just got the KLX300 SM if I wanted that. God dang, it was less money to just get that than buy aftermarket wheels and tires for this kit. I guess you need like the wheels, tires, rotor. I was like, oh, that sucks. Whew. Fogging up on me. Still got everything. That's funny. You learn that as a motorcyclist too. Oh my god, I'm constantly checking my pockets. If anything is in my pocket, I'm so worried about it falling out. How you doing, bro? Oh, dang. I'm an asshole. There you go. Alright guys, make this little outro. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Leave some comments about what you think about the audio and anything. If there's any specific things you guys want me to do with the bike, let me know. Alright, thank you. J-Man Vlogs, I'm out. You guys have a great one.